Hello everyone. Welcome again to another video of data science and machine learning. In this video, we will see the data cleaning procedure using Pandas. And it is an important part to prepare data for next level data analysis and machine learning models. Let's start with defining what is data cleaning and why we must do it. Data cleaning is the first task a data scientist might need to do before performing any operation on the data. It is a process that includes detecting and correcting, or removing, corrupt or inaccurate data from a dataset, identifying incomplete, incorrect, inaccurate, or irrelevant parts of the data, and then replacing, modifying, or deleting the dirty or coarse data. And why need data cleaning? In short, without cleaning data, it is not possible to go any further with data analysis and machine learning. Here, we will see 3 simple steps to clean data in a dataset: handling missing data, replacing wrong entries, and removing duplicate values. There is also some advanced techniques for string manipulation. We will see them later. Let's start with handling missing data, or null values. Dropping them is the easiest way to handling missing values in a dataset. Pandas provide the dropna method to get rid of all null values at once. We can delete all these rows that contain any missing values. By default, the dropna method will accept 2 arguments: axis equals indexer 0, that indicates rows, and how equals any, that means any value in the row is null will be deleted. Axis argument has another value as well, which is axis equals column, or 1, and how can also accept all value. This means columns that contain all null values will be deleted. Dropna method also accepts subset argument. It is a list of columns on which the method will be applied. Here, the command will delete an index, means a row, if all values in both col1 as well as col2 are empty. Fillna is another method Pandas provide to handle null or missing values. It replaces any null values in the dataset with specific values such as mean, median, etc. Typecasting is a part of data cleaning. We use typecasting to convert a column type to another specific type such as integer or float. Let's jump right into the code. First, we have imported the Pandas library. We will be working here with the weather dataset. Then we have imported the weather dataset into the Pandas data frame. Now, checking the total null values in the weather dataset. As we can see here, average temp column has 15 missing values, min temp column has 5 missing values, max temp column has 3 empty cell, most wind direction column has 29 null values, and average relative humidity column has 20 null values. Let's drop the rows where all values are null. As we see that there is no such row in the data frame that every value in that row is null. So the dropna method doesn't drop anything. Let's try the dropna method on rows that contain any null value. As we can see, in this case, the dropna method has dropped all the rows that contain any null values. The dropna method also accepts a subset argument. It contains a list of columns onto that the dropna method will be applied. So let's create a data frame so that it has a full empty column. Now, let's apply the dropna method on that data frame. As we can see here that how equals all has dropped all the rows that are null in the subset column. But if we select how equals any, then it will drop rows where any value in the subset column is empty. As we see here that, it has dropped all the rows in the empty average temp data frame. Fillna is another way Pandas provide to handle null or missing values. It replaces any null values with specific data, such as average or other definite values. Let's find the average of the average temp column. Now, we will replace all null values in the average temp column with the average. As we can see here, we have replaced all null values in the average temp column with the average. Let's talk about typecasting for handling missing data. Here, the average temp column is already a float type. But, if it is the case that the data type of that column is not the floater integer type, then we must convert the data type into floater integer using Pandas astype method to perform the mathematical operation on that column. Let's see in the example. Let's talk about replacing wrong entries. To remove a wrong entry, or to update an existing entry in the data frame, Pandas provides the replace method. And to find the wrong entries, or to identify the value that needs to be replaced, Pandas provide the unique method. The unique method is especially helpful to identify different input categories in a column. To find an error and replace with the right one when applying the mathematical formula on a specific column causes problem, these methods help. Let's see the use of the replace and the unique method in the code. Here the unique method shows the unique values in the province column. The value count shows the count of the different entries in that column. Let's assume that the last entry in the count list, Chungxiang is Aaron. So using the unique method, we can identify a wrong entry, and we can replace that entry using the replace method. Finally, removing the duplicate values. Pandas provides two main methods to deal with duplicate value in the data frame. One is duplicated, that returns Boolean to show if the data frame contains duplicates. Another is drop duplicates, which accepts a list of columns as an argument. Let's check our dataset that if it contains any duplicate values. Since our data frame doesn't contain any duplicate values, we can create some for demonstration purposes. As we can see here, we have created a duplicate row at index 26,272, with the same value of the previous row. So we can now easily remove the duplicate row using the drop duplicates method. Let's create again another duplicate row with different values in code and province column. Here the last two indexes do contain many duplicates, but the columns we have specified in the list argument do not contain any duplicate value, therefore the drop duplicates method does not drop the duplicated last index. But here we can see that, as drop duplicates found duplicated values in the date and humidity column. Therefore, it simply drops it.